Hello all, welcome back to Answer Writing Initiative at 9 p.m. I'm Guna Mathivanan from Offices IAS Academy. Friends, if you are watching this video series for the first time, then please watch my first video in this answer writing playlist so you will understand how to participate in this answer writing initiative. It's open to all. Right. So, what was the question which I gave yesterday? What do you understand by the term cooperative federalism? How far do you agree with the view that the introduction of GST has enhanced the spirit of cooperative federalism? So, you explain what is cooperative federalism and how far do you agree with the view? So, take a stand. Don't explicitly say that yes, I agree, I do not agree. Right? You take a stand. Okay, if you are taking a stand that yes, GST is enhancing the spirit, then you can come up with the link line that GST, which was introduced in 2017, an important tax reform which is enhancing the spirit of cooperative federalism to a significant extent. Like that, you project your view. So, first, you're explaining what is cooperative federalism. It refers to the cooperation between the national and state governments in working together and cooperating together for delivery of better public services. Simple explanation we can give. GST is a shining example for cooperative federalism, which was introduced in the year 2017. It is um enhancing the spirit of cooperative federalism to a greater extent in following ways: one, two, three, four. So, first point we can say all the decisions regarding the GST is taken in the GST Council where unilaterally neither the state or center cannot take a decision. We need cooperation between these units to come up with a decision. So, decision making in GST Council is ensuring cooperative federalism. Right. Then second point we can say both center and state, they have dropped their taxation autonomy and they gave life to this concept of GST. So they both cooperated and they came with the concept of one nation, one taxation. That point, second point we can mention. Right. See, I saw in many papers, only GST Council was explained. How GST Council is ensuring cooperative federalism. Only that aspect was explained. But the question is not just about GST Council. The question is about GST, how GST is enhancing cooperative federalism. So GST Council can be one point. Second point, which you can say that for bringing this reform, both center and state, they were compromising their taxation autonomy. So that is one point where you are highlighting the cooperation. In GST Council, in decision making, you are highlighting the cooperation. Right? Similarly, GST is a reform introduced by central government. So we need states cooperation as well to introduce this reform. The states were having some apprehensions in GST. To address that apprehensions, government came with GST compensation. Government kept alcohol, petroleum products outside GST. All these efforts were taken to ensure the cooperation of states as well. So that is another example point which you can mention here. Right. Similarly, this GST introduction has removed the interstate barriers between the states. Also, before GST, there was entry barriers. Now all those were removed. Say, for example, octroi tax, entry tax, everything is subsumed, right? So between the states also it is creating cooperation, right? And also we have GST appellate tribunal now. That point you can also mention to solve center state if they want to solve. We have a GST appellate, right? So all these provisions you can come up with a list of provisions. All these provisions they are ensuring or enhancing the spirit of cooperative federalism. However, so highlight that is my standpoint. GST is definitely expanding the scope of cooperative federalism in India. That is my viewpoint. I'm substantiating it with. I'm saying how. See, because of these reasons, I'm saying it is expanding the cooperative federalism scope. At the same time, I have some apprehensions. I have some challenges, issues that I will highlight. What challenges? Yes, in GST Council, yes, state and center unilaterally cannot take decision. We need cooperation between them. However, if center alone decides, they can reject a decision. They have veto power. One third of voting weightage is with center. So if center is not cooperating, we cannot take decision. Second thing, see, GST, yes, both central government and state government, they have dropped their taxation autonomy, and now they are sharing the tax revenue. Great, great. But however, apart from GST, if you take center, they have so many other taxation autonomy: direct taxes, income tax, corporate tax, dividend distribution tax, capital gains tax, excise duties. Customs duties. Everything go to center. But state, if you take, they have dropped their major taxation autonomy, and they have entered into the contract of GST. So more autonomy was compromised to the state when compared to the center, right? So this has to be balanced. There is some trust deficit which is building up. GST is definitely an example for cooperative federalism, that is definitely enhancing the spirit of cooperative federalism, no doubt. But however, we are able to see some trust deficit among the states with respect to GST, right? So how to address the trust deficit? Go for the conclusion part. The conclusion, you can mention about the trust deficit part. We can highlight that we have to frequently meet. Central government should come forward, take efforts to build in the trust among the states, so that the spirit can be even more further enhanced. We can conclude. Explain what is cooperative federalism. Explain how GST is an example which enhances the spirit of cooperative federalism. Explain how we are saying GST is expanding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give 4, 5 points. Despite of the above merits, there are some issues. Few issues highlight. 1 or 2 issues highlight, because it is 10 marker question, right? So few 1 or 2 issues you highlight, then you can go for conclusion that we have to address these issues, for which we need to, council has to meet frequently, right? Center has to take efforts to reduce the trust deficit which we are seeing among the states regarding GST, through which we can further expand the spirit of cooperative federalism. That's all. Many students have addressed only the positives. They started writing about positives of GST, advantages of GST. No, the point should convey how GST is actually enhancing the spirit of cooperative federalism. You are not asked to write the merits of GST. You are asked to write how GST is linked with, or it is enhancing the cooperative federalism. That is what you have to highlight. Clear? Got it? So yes, we have given a model answer you can go through. Not many have written good answers. Very few have written. I have selected from them. So Maheshwar, yes, you have explained. Your answers were fine. You explained briefly about cooperative federalism, GST, and the spirit of cooperative federalism. We have given the policy. See, in GST Council, with respect to the tax slab is fixed in consultation of state, the revenue loss is compensated. That is bringing in the spirit of cooperation. Horizontal cooperation, that is, no one is above. State and center, they come together and they take decisions. No one is above. Horizontal cooperation, right? GST increasing the tax base, that is not a relevant point here. This shows the advantage of GST, but the question is not advantage. So this point can be avoided. Challenges, yes, lack in compensation. There will be, states are losing some indirect tax revenue. Okay, practically GST Council has higher voice. GST central government has higher voice in GST Council. Okay, there is an increase in inequality. This is a negative point regarding GST, but it cannot be called as a point which affects the cooperative federalism. The initial points are fine. Your 10th point as well as 6th point, those are explaining the merits and demerits of GST in general. But the question is regarding GST and cooperative federalism. Those 2 points are deviations. Conclusion is fine. Okay. Om Sneha, federalism is fine. GST and cooperative federalism, you have taken GST Council and you have explained. The question is not about GST Council specifically. The question is about GST. Okay, that is one problem here. Then the challenges, you have not exactly linked it with the cooperative federalism part. And the way forward talks about the general improvement in GST. The question is not about general improvement or general merits or demerits of GST, right? So this is the problem. Many students have written answers like Om Sneha, right? So please avoid it. So what is the question for today? Atal Innovation Mission aims to address the barriers to innovation ecosystem in order to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in India. Discuss. The question is about Atal Innovation Mission. How it aims to address the barriers to innovation ecosystem in order to promote culture of innovation. Discuss. 10 marker. Right? I hope this initiative is adding value to your preparation. I will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye. Take care.